Thank you. Thank you so much. Please, everybody have a seat. Good morning. Hey, Jambo. Thank you so much, President Kenyatta, for your timely remarks, your warm welcome, and the great work that has gone into hosting this summit. It is wonderful to be back in Kenya. Niaje, wasi. How are you? I'm proud to be the first U.S. president to visit Kenya. And obviously this is personal for me. There's a reason why my name is Barack Hussein Obama. My father came from these parts. I have family and relatives here. And in my visits over the years, walking the streets of Nairobi, I've come to know the warmth and the spirit of the Kenyan people. What President Kenyatta and I really want to have is a conversation with our panel. And we've got some outstanding young people here today who I think represent the promise of entrepreneurship not only in Africa but around the world. And everywhere I go across the United States and around the world, I hear from people, but especially young people, who are ready to start something of their own, to lift up people's lives and shape their own destinies. And that's entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship creates new jobs and new businesses, new ways to deliver basic services, new ways of seeing the world. It's the spark of prosperity. It helps citizens stand up for their rights and push back against corruption. Entrepreneurship offers a positive alternative to the ideologies of violence and division. They can all too often fill the void when young people don't see a future for themselves. Entrepreneurship means ownership and self-determination, as opposed to simply being dependent on somebody else for your livelihood and your future. Entrepreneurship brings down barriers between communities and cultures and builds bridges that help us take on common challenges together. Because one thing that entrepreneurs understand is that you don't have to look a certain way or be of a certain faith or have a certain last name in order to have a good idea. I launched the first of these summits in Washington 5 years ago. And since then, we've helped empower hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs, giving them a boost to launch thousands of new businesses and initiatives. Here in Africa, our Young African Leaders Initiative is empowering tens of thousands of dynamic leaders, not only in business, but also in government and civil society. Because one of the things that we have come to understand, and this is particularly relevant to Africa, is that in order to create successful entrepreneurs, the government also has a role in creating the transparency and the rule of law and the ease of doing business and the anti-corruption agenda that creates a platform for people to succeed. So this is our first global entrepreneurship summit in sub-Saharan Africa. We wanted to come here. I wanted to be here because Africa is on the move. Africa is one of the fastest growing regions of the world. People are being lifted out of poverty, incomes are up, the middle class is growing, and young people like you are harnessing technology to change the way Africa is doing business, as President Kenyatta alluded. Today, Kenya is the largest economy in East Africa. High-speed broadband and mobile connectivity are on the rise, unleashing the entrepreneurial spirit of even more Kenyans. Every day around the world, millions of people send and save money with M-Pesa. And it's a great idea that started here in Kenya. From Zimbabwe to Bangladesh, citizens work to keep elections safe using crowdsourcing platform Ushahidi. And that's a great idea that started right here in Kenya. Here in Nairobi, startup incubators are nurturing new businesses every day, maybe some of yours, each with the potential to be the great next Kenyan innovation. And the good news is that I'm not the only one who sees the promise of Africa. I'm joined on this trip by some leaders, not just across my administration, but I'm also joined by 20 members of the United States Congress from both parties, because supporting a strong partnership with Africa is something that unites Americans. We've got some incredible entrepreneurs and business leaders who are well established from the United States who are with us. They see the promise as well. And they're putting their money where their mouth is. Women are powerhouse entrepreneurs. The research shows that when women entrepreneurs succeed, they drive economic growth and invest more back into their families and communities. We've already helped build a network of more than 1,600 women entrepreneurs across Africa. We're launching 3 women's entrepreneurial centers, one in Zambia, one opening later this year here in Nairobi. And I'm proud to announce that the 3rd center will be located in Mali. We've got some folks from Mali in the house. And as part of that $1 billion that I mentioned earlier, the United States Overseas Private Investment Corporation is contributing $100 million to support Goldman Sachs' 10,000 Women initiative, making more capital available to women-owned enterprises around the world. So, congratulations. So as you leave here today, I want you all to know that I believe in you. I believe that you have the drive and the passion to change the world. You can unlock new solutions to the pressing global challenges that we face. I believe that. I believe that as you make these innovations, you'll make life better for all of us. And I'm looking forward to being your partner in that process. So with that, what I think we need to do is to hear from some of these young entrepreneurs themselves. They can tell us a little bit of what they're doing, because I think they're great examples of all the talent that is here today. Thank you very much.
Technology is one of the fastest growing sectors in Kenya, yet women are greatly underrepresented. My name is Judith Owiga, and I'm the co-founder of Chicks, and I'm working to nurture generations of women who use technology to impact their communities and create solutions. 5 years ago, I and a group of friends started Chicks, and it stemmed from the need that we saw that there were very few women in technology. So we wanted to create a community where women can come together, work on different solutions, and share knowledge. After some time, we noticed that there was a lot of knowledge we were sharing, and there were other people who could benefit. So we thought we should start a training program and target young women who would not ordinarily consider careers in technology and who would not have an opportunity to do so. So our training program targets young women from the slums of Nairobi or from informal settlements, and we take them through a 1-year training program in technology and entrepreneurship, and then we help them get jobs or start their own businesses. When we train them in technology, we train them how to program both web and mobile applications and graphic design. One of the students who passed through our training programs is called Agnes Masia. She went through our training program for 1 year, and after that year, she's currently a technology researcher at a tech company, and she also started a shop where she has employed her older brother to work the shop using the entrepreneurship knowledge that we taught her. So she's one example. She's living the vision of Chicks. She's using both technology and entrepreneurship to change her family and her community. So that is the vision that we live and we breathe. We want to change communities one woman at a time using technology.
That's fantastic. expect great things out of you. Thank you very much.
This is Fountain TV, refreshing a thirsty world.